It's Mike G with MDG Collections on hand. Today, October 28th, 2017, there's a new Tazer update. All right, after waiting for a few months since June, I think, there is a new release Tazer update. It's 2.4.0, and the main feature that this update includes, it includes a few different updates, but the main feature that it includes is a feature called Marry. So now, everybody, your Tazers will no longer be single and ready to mingle. They will now be married. So overall, how it works, people have asked me before with my last Tazer video how to uninstall back to factory. You don't have to worry about doing the thing that I showed you in my last video. With this new feature that they've provided called Marry, you will now pretty much marry your actual Tazer to your actual car, and it will remember the settings, so that all the stock factory settings, you set them up how you want factory. And then when you marry the car, when you marry the Tazer to the car, it will then remember everything. It will just duplicate every single factory setting and save that setting, so that now when you go to unmarry the Tazer, which I'll show you guys how to do, all of your settings will go back to factory stock, period. Everything goes back. It's just a one button functionality. So I've already married my Tazer to my car. So all I'm going to do right now is cut to the video where I show you how to update it. It's very easy to do. What you're going to do is you're going to remember. I'm going to be talking a little fast, but I'll talk clear. So people that already have the Tazer will know this. People that don't have the Tazer, and if you're buying a Tazer new, it should ship with the new update, but it may be an older Tazer that's been sitting on the shelf that was already, in production before this update. So I don't know if he's going to update all of them, or, usually sometimes they ship with an older update. So you may have to update a Tazer to the new firmware if you get it new now, or it may already come with the new 2.4.0. Who knows? You gotta look at it and see when you plug it in. It'll tell you. I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to go to the video from here. One other thing I'm going to give you a note on. You have to update to 2.3.2 first. Right now, the latest version that most people have right now is 2.3.1. You got to update to 2.3.2 first. Get the Tazer to receive that information and that data. It has different properties that it needs to be able to understand before you can even update to 2.4.0. All right, so I'm going to show you that in just a minute. So this is the Tazer update 2.4.0. You have to update to 2.3.2 first. So download this update, update your Tazer. You're going to have your Tazer plugged in, how I have it plugged in with the light flashing. As you can see, it is actually plugged into my computer here, USB and the micro USB plugged into the Tazer. When you get ready to update the Tazer, but first you just make sure you update to 2.3.2 first, and then you're gonna go to your zUtility programmer and you're gonna update to this with the Tazer plugged in. After you do that, you download 2.4.0. The Tazer's already plugged in. You're gonna go back to your programmer, your zUtility programmer, and you're going to upgrade now to 2.4.0. You're going to select firmware version. Under firmware version, you're going to double click on either one of these. They're all 2.4.0, 2.4.0, 2.4.0 is what it reads. It was modified today, as you can see, 10/27/17. Double click on it. It pulls it up here. You already upgraded your Tazer to 2.3.2. Now you want to upgrade to 2.4.0. You're going to upgrade. It's erasing. It's writing the firmware. You go through the process again. After it writes the firmware, this bar goes across. It's going to verify. The bar is going to go across again. Then you're fully upgraded. But you have to go in the order. You have to upgrade to 2.3.2 from the version that's right before that, which is 2.3.1. And then after you upgrade to 2.3.2, then you can go to 2.4.0. All right, so now later on in the day, went to the car meet that RT Life set up. I had a great time, and I did some video on that. I'll post that in another video. This is to hopefully conclude my Tazer video that I've tried to get it done before I went out to Long Island, but I was running out of time. So here it goes. I've already showed you upstairs last night how to update your Tazer first to 2.3.2, and then after that you upgrade the firmware to 2.4.0. all right, so now you're in your car, your Tazer's plugged in. You're going to start the car by pressing this button twice, the start button twice. You're not going to step on the accelerator, you're not going to step on the brake pedal to start the car and start the engine. You're going to start the regular car like this. 1, 2. Now, what you're going to do is, with your Tazer plugged in, like I was just telling you, you're going to hold on the back button and you're going to press that cancel button right there. But first, you need to get to the audio screen. So you want to go to the audio screen, which is on a Charger 2017 Daytona. It's number 7. I think on Scat Packs and Challengers, it's number 6. So you're going to be on this screen now, which is the audio screen. On the audio screen is where you're now going to I have big hands, thank God. I'm going to use my ring finger. You're going to hit the back arrow and you're going to hit the cancel button, and you're going to hold the back arrow and you're going to be toggling with this thumb. You guys probably won't do it like this, but you're going to be toggling through the menus. You get to light show and clear sales. These are all features that you've seen before. Now here's the new feature called UNMARRY with a question mark. I've already married my car, so right now if I wanted to unmarry my car, I would just basically hold down the back arrow like I'm doing, and then I would just hit the cruise control button like this, let it go, and technically it's unmarried. I've already done it, so it's probably not going to give me a countdown. Early on when I did it a few times, I think it needs to register with the system. There was a countdown and then it said unmarried. But right now I've already done this a few times, so I know it's unmarried. How I would know for sure if it's unmarried, I would take out my Tazer right now, get out of my car, close the door, lock the door, and go away for a little bit. Let the car go through a sleep cycle without the Tazer plugged in. Come back and all of my settings will be back to stock. I won't have any more SRT pages. I won't have the street mode, sport mode, and track. I'll go back to the normal, comfort, and then it'll be comfort, normal, and then sport. I won't have any more of the eco mode. I won't have any of that stuff. So that's pretty much how it works. If you come back for some reason and it's still not back to stock, when you just unmarried how I just did, you would then now go to toggle through just how I showed you, go to the actual Tazer firmware, which is 2.4.0. So you're going to hold the back arrow and you're going to hit cancel, this button, and you're going to toggle until you get to that screen, which is the firmware version 2.4.0. while you're still holding down the back and you get to that screen, then you're gonna hit this button here, which is the cruise control button. You're gonna hit that button while you're on that screen and it's gonna reboot it automatically. So what happens is in about 2 minutes the car will reboot. It's rebooting, as you can see, and it takes about up to 2 minutes. So that way, if you come back to your car after you take your Tazer out after the first unmarry, you come back and it still doesn't have factory settings, then you would do this
procedure where you actually touch on the cruise control button and force it to reboot, and it takes about up to 2 minutes, about 2 minutes. It will shut everything down like it did. The screen Uconnect will come back. It won't say SRT anymore. It will just say Dodge, how I just said before when I first got the car. It does it twice, so it's doing it once right now, and it'll do it a second time. So it's rebooting. With my charger, I found that I didn't have to do that. It just automatically, all right, now it's doing it again. Splash screen, as you saw the Hellcat. This screen now went black again. It does it twice. It already did it once. It's about to do it a second time. This is unmarrying. Now all of my Tazer settings are about to be gone because I'm unmarried. I'm getting the divorce. I'm getting the divorce right now, and there's no more marriage. All right, boom. It goes to SRT again. It's rebooting, and at some point I should see the Dodge screen. If I don't, that tells me I need to take my Tazer out because it's still recognizing. Take the Tazer out, and then it would be back to stock. So I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna see if that actually works, since I do still have the Tazer plugged in. I don't want to confuse you guys. Right now my Tazer is still plugged in, so had I taken it out, went back to that same screen that I just was on, the firmware screen where it shows 2.4.0, then you hit this button right here with the Tazer pulled out, where it can't recognize it, there's no Tazer plugged in. So then you go back to that screen where it says 2.4.0, hit this button, and then it'll definitely do it. Let me just stop here and I'll try that. Here's the feature that I was telling you guys about that is called Auto Sport On. In other words, automatically have sport on when you turn your vehicle on. So now when you start your vehicle from overnight, or when you turn it off and it's a new start, it won't just automatically be at default how it used to be if you have a Tazer. It will now automatically start in sport mode. So now when it starts, it will automatically be in sport mode. You can go and you can toggle that off to whereas if you don't want that, if you want your car to just start in default, and then you can just select enter, which is the cruise control button, and then now auto sport is off. So now when you turn your car on, it will not start automatically in sport mode. It will be back in just default, which is basically just, I guess, street mode, unless you have it set up some other kind of way. So you hit the compass button again to turn it back on. This is a feature you get when the car is running. You can't get this feature, you can't get to this feature, this menu in the audio screen unless the car is on for some reason. Now I'm gonna turn it off, and I had it on today, and it was pretty cool, but I like to have it off and just go to sport when I'm ready. All right, now while the car is still running, track kill on. Let's just see that one. I have to play around with that one. Track kill off, traction kill off. I'm assuming it's traction kill. Stay ST mode sport. Let's see what that one is. ST drive sport. ST drive track. ST drive default. Maybe that's the one. ST drive custom. Oh, I see. Oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. This is the actual one. I guess when you may have to have that one on too, the last one I showed you, but this is start drive. That's what it is. Start drive. When you start your car, it can start in sport, it can start driving track, it can start driving default. All right, so it'll start driving default. And now if you want to have your start drive in custom, all right, I'm gonna do mine. I want mine to be start default, start driving default. All right, go to the next one. Video was there before, peak RPM was there before, and here's your Tazer firmware again, 2.4.0. And just to show you guys, I am you can't get to the married screen in this when the car is running. The car has to be off and you have to get to the marry screen. So now auto sport, I'm gonna put that back on. I wonder if that's to be able to just hit the sport button. Let's see. I'll play around with that one and figure it out also. So this is just the video number 1 of the Tazer, how to do it mainly. This is trial and error. I'll play around with this and make a part 2. And if you guys figure things out before me, just let me know. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Everybody who subscribed, people that view, I appreciate everyone. And ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be a wrap.